A little bit about myself. I have a background in physiotherapy. Let me see. Okay, yes. I studied medicine also, and but that's not the most important thing. I think for you guys to know is that my goal, if you ask me what is your goal, what is your motivation to help everyone get control back of their holistic health. And if I say holistic health, it is wide. It's not just your physical health, but we'll get to that. We're talking about an opportunity to work on your leadership and, of course, use the high-end product that we have, very affordable, and the retention rate we have, and by the way, the timing. We're talking about bio-MS technology. We know that the nanophy has the curcumin and D3, vitamin D3. And what you will hear from other people, I've been using curcumin all my life, or they'll say, I've been using turmeric all my life. And now you're coming up with a curcumin product? Come on, you're way too late. They are right. They might have been using the turmeric product very long. The question is, do you feel any results? What has it done for you lately? And then we can explain to them, you listen, this is a totally different ball game. We have a bioMS technology. Don't go too deep into it, but at least share the results that you get from the products. If you don't have those results, because most of the time we think, well, my result is not that great. Use someone else's results. Okay. So here we have also the curcuma plus. You know, the difference is that it has extra ginger and vitamin C, and not in Europe, but in the rest of the world, they have Synbiofy, the pre-probiotics. Strong, very strong. I think most people underestimate this one, the Synbiofy. And the future, by the way, guys, it's in the bioavailability. We keep talking about the product, but it's about the bioavailability. It's not how much of the curcumin you take, it's how much is bioavailable. And I said it already. What is your motivation? Why are you participating in this mission? Why VIDAFY Global? Well, it can be a vehicle to reach your dreams, your dreams. And we often forget about this, is that almost we want the people we have in our team to work on our dreams. No, no, no. It's their dreams. Help them accomplish their dreams. And I said it already, get control back of your holistic health. Create worldwide awareness. And I can tell you, if there's someone in this team that creates worldwide awareness, it's Dr. Cesar Fernandez. He makes you wake up like that, and you almost want to run and say, where can I buy this product? Because I need to work on lowering my inflammation. We'll get to that. Pay off debt. Don't, some people don't want to talk about this, but pay off debts. Freedom can be financially, socially, location, because some people don't like where they live right now. It's too cold in Europe. Well, go live somewhere else where the temperature, where the climate is way better. Okay. Build markets. That's a lot of people want to do that. Build markets. I think, and if I got to go back to Cesar Fernandez, he's building not only Honduras, but way, way broader, all over the world. And if you want to break it down, enhance the life of those we touch by helping them reach their goals. Again, their goals, not our goals, their goals. Okay. So, what can we offer people? Of course, unique products that people want, with a high bioavailability, but also a great opportunity. I mean, we can accomplish multiple income streams. I know sometimes people will say, I have a great job, I have a great business. Listen, it's always great. You never know what can happen. You know, we've been in a pandemic. You know how strange that can be, and all of a sudden, you gotta be, find out multiple streams of income, and especially if it's residual and inheritable. Think about your um, legacy. You decide when you want to retire. Okay. Now you're in control. So what can we offer people? Health. Okay. That's a very, people understand this. It's concrete. We have the product. They work. It's concrete. How about finances? Work on your financial health. And that people can understand also. But we underestimate these two. More time. Some people they have enough money, but they work the whole day, almost 80 hours a week, and they would love it to spend some time with their families, with their loved ones, social time. If they can work a day less, what that would mean to them. Just ask them. Okay, so more time. How about recognition? This is the most underestimate cost. This is the most underestimate goal that we often forget. Okay, we keep forgetting this one. People love recognition. You know, how often will your kid tell you, "Oh, mom, I'm so glad that you made a nice meal, or that you washed my clothes, or that I have a roof under my head. I'm so grateful for that." Almost never. So recognition, do not underestimate that. So if someone asks you, what can we offer people? It's not just health, all these four, right? And we have a high retention rate. Don't forget about that. And if we talk about timing, because a lot of people ask me, I mean, you have been busy for 3 years with VIDAFY Global. Are we still in time, you know, to catch the momentum? Guys, we are just getting started. We're just getting started. So how about you just got started? You just bought your kit, you ordered your kit, you received it. Listen, even if you did not receive it yet, work on these items. Within the first 48 hours, work with your third party, the person that invited you, the person that enrolled you, or their upline or their support team. I don't know what name you want to give it, but do it with someone who has the experience. Okay. Call your first people. Who do you want to help get control back of their holistic health? Who do you want to help to create more free time? Who do you want to help to get more recognition? Think about that. Okay. Especially people you did business before. Yes. Start making your list. This is, some people will say, yeah, I know this. Come on. I've heard this before. It's about repetition. You got to hear it over and over again. And I hope you take action on this one. Okay. Invite like crazy. And we have some tools for you where you can find all these scripts so you don't have to think about it. Don't invent the wheel. And the third one is present. And of course, in the first 24 hours, 48 hours, it's not your job to do the presentation. Your team will help you do the presentation, your support team. Okay? Do the follow up. We keep forgetting this one. Do the follow up. Ask them, how do you feel? It's your first week. You've been using the product. How do you feel? Okay. By the way, I would say it before, you got to have a point zero where you start from. And then after a week, try to find out how they feel. Okay. How they sleep. How about your energy level? How about your physical discomfort? How about your cognitive function? So, mental clarity. Some people will tell you, I don't know how it is, but it's like the brain fog is gone. And I'm like, yes, we heard it over and over again. And do not forget the closing. Some people are just, you've seen the presentation. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. Where do you want to start? With a kit 250, kit 500, or a kit 1250? And by the way, I can understand that there's certain countries where a kit 500 or a kit 1250 is a reach. It's far away. So how about we get to the first step? You order a kit 250 and help three people do the same. And you can see it here. After you did that, there's a great return of investment, because that's how I call this one. Within the first 30 days, let your support team help you. Do not forget to work with your support team. Do not do this by yourself. It's not even nice to do it by yourself. Do it with your support team. And here you go. Your first return of investment, $400, in Europe, 400 euros. And if we go back to the kit 500, it's basically the same. The only thing different here is that we do it with a kit 500. Monkey see, monkey do. How did you get started? With a kit 500? Okay, let me get a kit 500 too. You do it with three people you want to work with. Here you go. There's your return of investment. You got your triple bonus. I don't have to explain that anymore. Every third person, every third member that started with a startup kit, you will get $120, or in Europe, 120 euros. Okay. And then we have the fast track that is separate from the whole compensation plan. I don't know if everyone knows about the fast track. It's extra. So if you become a star within the first 30 days, you got an extra $100. And how about the pros? Yes, you'll get your Rapid Pro bonus, but an extra $200, and in Europe, euros. And you can go on. It's compounding. I hope everyone gets this, because this is, uh, please do not leave it on the table. Okay. And if you don't know how it works, please ask the questions. And I mean, especially the timing now. Everyone wants to make an extra buck like right now. There's a lot of holidays coming up, very expensive months. Work on this. Just give it 2 or 3 months. Go October, November, December. Okay. Work on, give me 2 months. 2 months. Work 2 months like there's, I mean, your life depends on it. You'll be very thankful after that, right? So the triple bonus, I'm not going to go through that, but this is important. Use the third party. And if it's not only, please don't focus only on your support team, but there's also tools like startvidafy.com. Startvidafy.com. Go check it out. Startvidafy.com. And vidafyresults.com, our Facebook, our YouTube channel, where you see all these experiences with our golden drops. Go check it out. There's a lot of medical specialists also being interviewed. Go check it out. If you didn't do it, maybe you did it before, go check it again. Why? It'll give you way more inspiration to do that next call. Okay? Point to the info or introduce your upline. Why? It's easier and it's more duplicatable. If you think you can do it everything by yourself, that's great for you. But this is teamwork. We need to duplicate ourselves. And I know certain people are doing stuff like doing Zooms, and I like the continuity. If you, the consistency of being there for your team is so important for me. People need to know that they can count on you every week, at least 3 times a week. Yes? Do not forget about startvidafy.com. If you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. There's a lot of scripts, by the way, here. Please go check it out. So let's say you just got started the first month, invited a lot of people, made appointments, you filled your agenda. And what could work is sample or sell 1 bottle a day or 3 bottles a week. It's your goal. Do not go for the goals that I set here. It's your goal. Maybe 3 bottles a week will work. And organize stuff like stuff that makes people happy. A crazy ladies night. You can do it live. That's way better. Or online. It doesn't matter. Well, life would always be better. Have fun. Do stuff you like. Because people ask me sometimes, yeah, where can I find good people? Listen, do stuff that you like. Why? And it can be sports, it can be a hobby, it can be dancing, party. I don't know what it is. Do stuff that you like. Why? Because you'll meet like-minded people over there, you know? Um, and it's always better to do things live. We've been so spoiled after the pandemic. Everyone wants to do stuff online. Yes, I get it. It's easy. You can reach more people. But do you really reach those people online? I don't think so. Live, belly to belly, always the best way to meet people and stay in contact with people. And what also can help, if you meet someone live, then it's okay to do stuff online. You know why? Because we've seen each other. I would always almost say we've tasted each other. I mean, the frequencies of each other. We know who it is. And so online, hey, I've seen you on the last CVV, or I've seen you on an event. It's always, and I mean, I've seen people the first time I went on a CVV in Las Vegas. I still have a connection with them because I saw them live. As for coaching, what I mean by this, let's say you're in a new um, sport group, okay, a sport team, and your skills are not that great. Ask for help in that particular team. Why? After they helped you out, you want to do something, you want to repay the favor, do something in return. You know what? You've helped me so nicely. I mean, I have something in my car. This is for you. Go use it. What is it? Yeah, they call it golden drops. I don't know, but go use it and tell me how you feel. How should I use it? I'll send you all the info you need, but go use it. This is me giving you back because you helped me so great with the skills in the new team or the hobby. I don't know what kind of hobby you guys are. Uh, just use your imagination, but do stuff I cannot repeat this enough. Do stuff that you like. Don't do stuff that people say, well, maybe you got to start doing golf or do basketball or whatever. No, do stuff that you like. Yes? And share results as much as possible. And again, I said it in the beginning, if it's not your result, because you think that most people think like that, well, my results is not that great, so I cannot share any results. Yes, you can share the results that we have in VIDAFYResults.com or go to our Facebook group. There's a lot of experiences you can share. Then I'll go, I still have time. A short mindset. And I'm going to go a little quicker on this one because I get to the point in a few seconds. Um, Everything is about mindset. Okay. So here we have, you can stay the victim. Let's focus on the past, on problems. There's people that always focus on the problems. They don't, their glass is always half empty. And then you have people that are survivors. They do okay, but they survive. They, yeah, well, future goal, they will not stop. They will go on. And then you want to be here, the winner. Now, learn from the past, borrow from the future, and use it now. So, learn from the past, borrow from the future, and use it now. You got to be on fire after this. After you heard all these, after this event, 80% is talk to new people. By the way, I would always talk to new people. Okay. Of course, you can focus on your team, but 80% is talking to new people. Develop your inviting skills because it's about inviting people. Yeah. Use your support team, three-way calls. You see how many times I said this. Use your support team. Use the third party. Three-way call, Zoom, chat, I don't care. As long as you're not doing everything by yourself. And increase and or redo your list. Go check your list again, right? Well, team support. Of course, you want to do something nice for your team. And of course, you want to be there for your team. If they have new people, you want to do the presentation for them. Okay. Support your team to grow, but stop forcing your walkers to sprint. Some people want to take it easier. They don't have the same frequency as you want to run. You want to go fast? Go fast. Look for people who want to go fast. But please do not leave the walkers behind. And what I mean by that, let them stay the walker. If they want to walk, that's their goal, or they have a totally different goal, help them with their goals. Don't force them. Okay? Give your member the recognition where they are. All right? Develop your leaders, training, asking, especially listening. This is hard. This is the hardest thing. Listening, really getting what they're saying. Ask the questions. Um, Help them and give them the recognition they deserve. You know, that last part, recognition. People, a lot of people, and it's more than we all think, do it for the recognition. Just be there for your team. Now the team training, and I'm almost done. Team training. Yes, personal development. You really need to focus on developing your skills, your mindset, develop. Personal development is important. Every new income level needs a new, more developed you. I'm going to repeat that. Every new income level needs a new, more developed you. And what I see with this is that some people, I want to become that next level, but it's not working. I'm not getting there. Sometimes you need to do a shift in your mindset or take a course or learn something new to get to that new level. Most of the time, it's just mindset, mindset, mindset. So more action. So learn and then action, 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 action. Go learn something again and then put it into action, 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 action. Because what I see around me is that a lot of people, they keep developing themselves, go to another course, go learn something more. Well, I'm not ready. I don't know. I'm not ready. I have to learn something else. Okay, go. all these gurus, all these, I'm not saying don't do it, but if you are a course walker, meaning you go course after course after course after, guy, you need to put it into action. So let go perfection. And we have an issue with that in our family also. Let go with perfection and just go for it. And let your agenda be filled with product activities that um, increase your income. So, income productive activities. Your agenda becomes your boss. If it's important, it's in your agenda. Can I do what you do? That's what people want to know. And is it worth something for me? If you want to win, you know, with any new activity, you need to let go your old activity or habit. Guys, this is what I wanted to share with you. And thank you for being here. And I hope you guys are ready for your next treat. Tyler, can you take over?
I'm taking over, Iwan. Thank you so much. So appreciate what you shared with us. Fantastic information, getting back to the basics and all of what that looks like. We definitely appreciate that. All right, I've got a couple of things I want to be able to share with you real quick if I can. Has to do with our promotion that we've got going on this month. We've got just an absolutely incredible promotion. It's called Ignite Pro, and many of you have seen this. We've done several trainings of this. There's a lot in all the different languages, in Spanish and Polish and Swedish and of course Dutch and Danish and everything else. And we encourage you to please check this out. Please check those videos out and how to understand this. This goes through the end of October. It's Ignite Pro. You have a chance to be able to earn a pro bonus all over again. That's $300. How do you do it? Be active. Get 2,000 QV from personally enrolled volume this month. Signups from this month and the month of October have to have a minimum of 3 personal enrollments. Let me give you an example real quick. If you enroll 3 individuals, let's say you enroll somebody at a Kit 1250 this month in October, we know that you're going to get a $300 bonus for that. If you enroll 2 individuals at a Kit 500, then you're going to get a $120 bonus for each of those. And you add those 3 startup bonuses up, that's $540. If because you've enrolled 3 individuals, we all know about the triple bonus. Iwan just talked about the triple bonus. Then you'll get another $120, but that's 2,000 in volume. And with that, then you're going to get that $300 Reset Pro bonus. So that's a lot of money. There's a lot of people that sit at Pro. There's a lot of people that are sitting at Star or sitting at Senior, and they're making anywhere from $50 to $150, $200 in a month. This promotion can change everything for you. As Iwan said, we've got a lot of holidays coming up. It's a perfect opportunity for you to be able to earn a little bit of extra money coming up to the holidays, and to help your team members to be able to help them to be able to earn some extra money too. But that's just the first layer. The second layer of this is on the right side, matching pro bonus. This is incredible. This is just any of those individuals that you personally enroll in October, you help them to become a pro in their first 30 days. Of course, they're going to get the $300, right? But we are going to match that for you as the enroller and give you also $300. So let's say you enrolled 4 people in October. You personally enrolled them and you helped each of those 4 people become a pro. Then that's 4 times 300. That's $1,200 that you have made on top of what you have made in when you became an Ignite Pro yourself. That's an awful lot of money. So we hope you take advantage of this. It runs through the end of October. Of course, anyone that you enroll in October, they have 30 days, their first 30 days to be able to get to pro themselves, and where you can match that bonus. So it's, even though the promotion is in October, it kind of extends and runs into November by helping your people to be able to reach pro as well. Take advantage of this. You have any questions, reach out to me, reach out to customer support. Certainly contact your upline as well. Check out those videos. Just an incredible promotion. All right. We're jam-packed. We're going. We're going to keep this thing rolling on. We've got Becca White that we want to be able to hear from. And she is from Australia. She's one of our double diamonds. and she's been with us for about 2 years, 2.5 years, I think now. And she gives an excellent presentation that I want to be able to share with you right now.
Hello, beautiful people. It's Rebecca White here. I wanted to give you a really quick, nice, easy training today to help you along. Hello, beautiful people. It's Rebecca White here. I wanted to give you a really quick, nice, easy training today to help you along. It is 3:30 a.m. on Sunday morning, so this is recorded, but I'm just going to go over one of the most important, I believe, one of the most important aspects of network marketing. There is 5, right? So there's 5 potential problems or important areas to be able to focus on in network marketing and as an entrepreneur, especially as a network marketing entrepreneur, I should say. The first one is mindset, which I'm going to speak on today. The second one is lead generation. How do you put more in your pipeline? The third one is conversion and joining people to actually come into the opportunity. The next one is duplication and engagement, getting people to actually read the messages, get into the group and get engaged in their business. And then the 5th one is leadership and development of that leadership. Now, of course, leadership and development is a skill, and I think that it's an amazing thing, but I'm going to go right back to the top because mindset is everything. The entrepreneurial mindset and learning how to become bulletproof in network marketing and any business is really going to be key, not only to having a really great time, but also it's going to start to impact all other areas of your life. Okay. So I've got a question for you. All right. This is how I'll frame it. How many of you have ever walked out of a room or ever scrolled through social media thinking, I should have said something. I should have connected with that person, or I should have followed up. You know, you've seen someone that's joined after you've already messaged or you haven't messaged them, right? You're not alone. Today, what I'm going to share with you is what I believe the most important asset in networking and in business. And of course, we're talking about your mindset, your posture. It's all connected. Specifically, how to build a mindset that is bulletproof. So get down your pens and notes and pads, whatever it may be, right, and start writing this out if it helps, okay? So how to build that bulletproof mindset, one that doesn't crumble with rejection or comparison or even a no. So in the next few minutes, please, take some notes. I want to give you some mindset shifts that can completely change how you connect, how you grow, and how you lead. Firstly, I think we go back to the start. So what is an entrepreneurial mindset? So when we think of entrepreneurship, most people think of owning a business, right? But really, entrepreneurship is a way of thinking. It's about being resourceful instead of reactive. It's about seeing problems as opportunities. It's a big one. It's about taking 100% ownership, no more excuses, no more blame. If it's going to be, it's up to me, right? I said that all the time, especially in my early days when I decided to build this. It wasn't about my upline. It wasn't about my sideline. It wasn't about anyone else. I knew I had to do it myself, and it didn't matter. I wasn't going to use any excuses. If it's going to be, it's up to me. That's literally what I kept saying, right? So people with an entrepreneurial mindset aren't waiting for the perfect moment or permission. They create the momentum. So in network marketing, that mindset is gold, okay? Because it helps you show up with confidence, with curiosity, and with consistency. So here's something that Eric Worre says all the time. Skills are great, but mindset drives the skill, okay? So you can have all the scripts, all the marketing strategies, but if your internal story is I'm not good with people, or I hate talking to strangers, or you'll subconsciously sort of prove that story right. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So an entrepreneurial mindset changes that story, and it really is that simple. You get to choose your stories, your mindset, okay? You stop taking rejection personally. If you owned, and this is how I always pictured it, because I did own a cafe for 8 years. So I owned my own traditional business with 15 staff. I get it. Okay. Your own business is not all it's cracked up to be when it's the brick and mortar kind, right? But in saying that, I used to think like this. I had to do the shift, but I thought, well, if someone walked past my cafe and they didn't want a coffee that day, or maybe they just didn't even like coffee, maybe they just don't like eating out, whatever it is, and they walk past, I'm not going to get upset that they've rejected me because they haven't come in. And it's the same thing with network marketing. So you have to understand it is not personal. It is never personal. Stop making it about you and them, okay? So hopefully you can hear me all right. Whoops, my video come off. Can you see me all right now? Hopefully. Not sure what happened there. So hopefully that is a little bit clearer for you and understanding that process, right? You need to understand how to stop taking rejection personally and start seeing it more as feedback. Every no becomes information. It becomes data, not defeat. Okay. And that one shift can change a whole business. It can change your whole life, to be honest. Okay. So networking is not about collecting contracts. It's about creating value through connection. When you walk into a room or when you jump online, instead of thinking, who can I sell to? Who's here that might want my opportunity, right? You need to think, who can I help? How can I be of service? Who can I serve today? So entrepreneurs think long game. They build relationships. They know the power of the relationship that's built on trust, authenticity, and follow through. And when you show up with genuine curiosity, you use your face within proportion, right? Just the way that God made it. 2 ears, 1 mouth, okay? We need to listen. We need to have genuine curiosity, ask questions. Again, listening more than you speak. People really feel that. So the entrepreneurial mindset, here's a few mindset shifts. I don't know why my camera keeps going off, so I have to apologize. Just keep going with it. As we do, we never ever stop worrying about that. Let me see and check that my voice is getting recorded. Beautiful. Don't know why it's happening. It's been happening a bit. So here are a few mindset shifts that make you bulletproof, and I want you to write these down. Rejection is redirection. It's not the end. It's pointing you somewhere better. Abundance over scarcity. There's enough success. There's enough clients. There's enough builders. There's enough people to go around. Okay, and you can celebrate others and still rise. That's a real big one. Okay, sometimes you get into a little bit of competition in this sort of game, and that's not fun. And that's what turns people off. You need to have that abundance mindset. You don't want that zero-sum mentality. You want to understand that when you're in abundance mode and you're in that right frequency, everything starts to shift, right? Growth over comfort. So if it feels awkward or uncomfortable, that's your sign or your signal that you're expanding, okay? There's nothing good happens in the comfort zone. The next one is give first. Always lead with value, because everything that you ever really want, just think, what would you like if you're speaking to someone? If you lead with value before ever asking anything of anyone, they're actually going to listen, right? Play the long game. This is about relationships, not transactions. So these are mindsets that turn ordinary networkers into professionals. So some behaviors that reinforce that mindset. Now, mindset without action is just theory. Okay, so here are some simple actions that strengthen that entrepreneurial way of thinking. We've heard it all before. I'm going to say it again. Follow up, not just once, but with value. A simple, hey, thought of you when I saw this article, thought of you when I seen this. This is so funny. How are you going today? Check it out, what they're doing in their socials. And, oh, my God, that looks great. Like, give them something, right? And it really helps to build that relationship. Create value publicly. So share what you're learning, tips, your wins, your lessons, things that serve your audience, right? Build habits. So 1 new connection a week is a really good one. Maybe it's 5 new connections, 5 new Facebook friends, and start to reach out to them, birthday messages, things like that is a really good way. So it's something that gives you a nice, easy way to start to build yourself, especially online as well. Be the connector. So ask, who do you need to meet? Or who can I introduce you to? Right? That's another one, right? So sometimes people are looking for things, and you might not be that person, but if you're the connector, they start to look at you in a different way, in authority. So the more you act like the person who adds value, the more naturally people are drawn to you. So Another one I want to talk about is overcoming common obstacles. So let's talk real for a second. Everyone battles the same three things, okay? We're all human. We have fear of rejection, not knowing what to say next, thinking, I don't know what to say, feeling like you don't have the time. The beautiful thing about this industry is you can fit it into the cracks of your day. Here's how other entrepreneurs and myself included handle this, right? They prepare. They have a few conversation openers ready. I literally have some scripts. I use boards all the time. I have it prepared. I don't often copy and paste, but I use that to generate, just to give me a bit of an idea. They practice. So repetition builds confidence. You need to practice. If you're not good on Zoom or you don't think you can do a presentation, practice, practice, practice. It's honestly the easiest and best way. The other thing that they do is they reflect. So after every event or every chat or, once a week or so, and I do this on a Sunday, I kind of reflect what was worked for me for the week, what didn't, what did I like, what do I need to let go of, right? That's the type of thing that I like to do now, and that's something I learned from Fraser Brooks. So once a week, I literally let go. So they don't let emotion stop the motion. Really big in network marketing, because often it's your friends and your family, right? And you feel wounded, but it's not about you. It's about them. Not taking it personally is going to be your superpower. So, all right, just a quick 1-minute exercise. Think of one limiting belief that you've had around networking or business. Maybe it's I'm not outgoing enough. I'm not an extrovert enough, okay? Or no one wants to hear from me. Why would they want to hear this, from me, right? I want you to literally write it down. I'm not going to give you too long. This can be your homework. You can rewatch it if you like. I want you to write that down. Now I want you to flip it. What would a resourceful belief sound like? What would the opposite of that sound like? Literally write it down. So maybe it's people love authentic energy, or the right people are waiting for my message. I often have a few affirmations or a few things that I often say to myself, like what I shared with you earlier. Another one is that I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right opportunity, the right people. I'm always at the right place, the right time, the right opportunity, the right people. And I've said that for years until it's come true. So write that down. That is your new mantra. That's how you rewire your mindset, just one at a time. Again, I don't know why my video keeps doing this, so I do apologize. I've tried this twice and it keeps happening, so we're just going to have to bear with it. I'm sure you guys will understand. Okay, this is how you rewire, guys. So some takeaways from today. Let's lock this in with 3 key takeaways. So mindset drives everything. Mindset is everything. It's your whole world. You get to choose, right? If you change your inner story, your outer world shifts. We know this. Give before you get. That's number 2. So 1, mindset drives everything. Number 2, give before you get. The more you add value, the more opportunities flow back at you. The more people come back at you, right? And number 3, consistency compounds. Do the small steps. Simple things every day. Follow up, connect, serve. That's the bulletproof entrepreneurial mindset in action. So here's the challenge for you, okay? If you're here, you're watching the replay, whatever it may be, here's the challenge for you. Reach out to one person that you haven't spoken to in a while, ask how they are, and offer value. No agenda, no sales, just offer value. Because success in this profession isn't about luck or timing, it's about who you become in the process. So when you truly feel that, and when you master that mindset, you really do become unstoppable, not just in networking, but in life. So thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much, team. And if you are watching the replay, thank you. And if you're on live, excellent. That's even better. I will still be sleeping. So let's get out there, lead with value, and be the entrepreneurial superstars who build relationships that last a lifetime, because I know that's who you really can be. Have an amazing day, guys, an amazing weekend, and I will speak to you all very soon, hopefully on the cruise if you're heading there. Super excited. Cannot wait to get on that cruise. Caribbean has been on my bucket list forever. So grateful, amazingly grateful for being able to get on that cruise with you guys and having this opportunity to share and to build and to grow and just to teach and learn all together. Have an amazing day, guys. Thank you.
Wow, that was fantastic. That was some great information. I hope everybody took some notes on that. That was just incredible. Thank you, Becca. I know you can't hear me. This is as this was a recorded video, but that was just some outstanding information. So certainly appreciate her taking the time to be able to do that. Let's go through a little bit of recognition. As Iwan talked about, recognition is so critical. It's so important. Each week on the VEC, our VIDAFY Entrepreneur Community Facebook page. If you're not a part of that, please do so. Please be a part of that. We do some recognition. This past week, we did some recognition for individuals, for our top enrollers for the month of September. I want to go over those again. Australia. Jenny Lim just consistently enrolls month in and month out. Congratulations to Leanne, Jenny, and Justine. In Denmark, Marianne Wamberg, you had 4. Congratulations. Iwan, way to go. You had 3. You and Roy both had 3 there in the Netherlands. In the USA, we've got Marfa. She is consistently enrolling. Nancy, Jimmy, Johanna, Honduras, Lourdes, Rosa, Peru, Ines, and Susanna. Thank you so much, everyone. You're making such an incredible difference in so many people's lives by sharing what VIDAFY is all about. You might have seen that we've started recognizing those that hit the monthly triple bonus, as I talked about earlier. That triple bonus is when you enroll 3 individuals and then you're paid $120. They can come in at a kit $250, a kit $100 if it's available for your country, a kit $1250. You enroll 3. Every 3 that you enroll, you get paid $120. Australia, Judy, Dave, Lucia, Denmark, Marianne. There's Marianne's name again. Morton, Vivi. Congratulations, Vivi. I know that you're on here today. Peru, Isabel, Susanna, Dennis, Honduras, Lourdes, USA. There's Marfa's name again. And Jermaine, the Netherlands. There's Roy and Iwan's names again. Congratulations to you guys. This is just fantastic. Fast track. Iwan talked about this a little bit. Those individuals that are on the fast track, whether you're brand new and hitting that fast track and getting that fast track star, or that fast track pro, or those individuals that have been hitting different ranks. Congratulations to those of you that are consistently building and working on Fast Track. Again, it's a program to be able to help you build quickly, to help you build consistently, and to pay you out tremendously as we go along. So congratulations to all of these individuals that are taking advantage of this incredible Fast Track opportunity that we have. Again, this is consistently going on for new individuals as they come on board. And it's always available for new people. And we started the Fast Track opportunity for people back in July. And if you've got some questions about how you can take advantage of Fast Track, please reach out to your upline, reach out to me, reach out to customer support. And we're very happy to be able to help you out with that. So we encourage you to take advantage of that. All right, we'll get back to growing with VIDAFY here in just a second. I'm going to stop sharing this. We would like to invite Dr. Fernandez. I know that you're around. I can see you. We get a chance to be able to hear from Dr. Cesar Fernandez right now. And we appreciate you coming on and sharing. Dr. Fernandez, you are a part of the wellness team. You're also a business builder and an integral part of the expansion and the growth that's going on in Honduras, all over, and soon to be Costa Rica, Peru, a number of other South American and Latin America countries. And we appreciate the example that you're setting and all the incredible things that you're doing. So I want to turn it over to you. Welcome, Dr. Fernandez.
Hello, Tyler. How's it going?
It's great. Appreciate you being on. Thank you. You look terrific.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just checking my chronometer over here. I don't want to take that much time. So I'm very excited to be here with all of you amazing people from the US, from the Latin American market, from the European Union, from Australia. And I'm very excited. And also, I'm very proud of being in this industry and especially in this company with this amazing products and this amazing science that supported all of us. Today, I'm going to share with you why I am here, why VIDAFY, why these products and this technology, and how this really builds my life purpose. Because my life purpose as a medical doctor uh, makes a hard twist in the first 10 years. Why? Because I was raised, I'm going to start sharing the slides over here. I was raised and I was focused in the clinical area. I was first um, uh, a medical doctor, trained in surgery and emergency rooms, and I have 30 years of experience. But what I need to tell you is what gets in my mind after the first 10 years of my practice. I found out I was running late with people. I was I was running late, and I said, "What can I do for the people?" They get to when they get to the emergency or to the surgery room. What happens was that they were almost done. They were that affected and healed, and I said, "What can I do?" And I make a twist in the area of public health, in the area of nutrition, in the area of stem cells research, and all of those things quite different from my original path. And what happens was that this puts me, okay, I didn't put myself, God puts me in the place that He needs me to be. He needs me to be there. He needs me to be talking to people. He needs me to be a speaker, to be a trainer, to start becoming a science advisor in health and well-being and all these health habits and all of this, and especially in supplementation. And this being said, I found out VIDAFY Life Converted. So the question is, why VIDAFY? I've been around for 25 years in this industry. At the beginning, I was a public enemy of network marketing because I didn't believe in supplements, because there's a lot of fake out there. But the thing is that once in a while you'll find one company that's real, that is supported, that has science behind it, and especially when you know the owners and CEOs of the company. I've been around this couple that I love a lot, Shane and Laura, for the last 18 years. We've been together a couple of times before. And when I found that they said every important decision in life must be made out of love for our family, for ourselves, and for our fellow human beings, sparks just went like boof, like a light bulb. VIDAFY was founded on this principle, and it goes straight with my way of thinking. And the thing is that Shane and Laura, we've been friends for 18 years, but at the end of 2023, we have this call. We have this call from Shane and Laura, and they said, let's get together and have a talk about my company. And what's your company? I have an American company founded in 2016, presence in more than 40 countries, debt-free, starting expansion in Europe, Australia, and also Latin America. Has patented German science products with scientific support behind. And I said, okay, sounds good. Let's get together, and we traveled to Orlando, Florida, in the US, and he started to talk about this turmeric. Yes, I'd heard about turmeric before, but not as much as I would like. The thing is that turmeric has been around us for more than 4,000 years, but just a small amount of people knows that curcumin only represents the 3 to 5% of the turmeric root. And why is this important? Because the curcumin is a bioactive principle that took care of our health and wellness. Okay, so this being said, a British Journal of Pharmacology published a lot of things, amazingly impacted the scientific area, telling all of us that this is something else. This is something else. But also Shane, I remember he started to talk to me about the hidden secret. in the supplement industry. Science has discovered that this and other phytonutrients and phytochemicals, for example, curcumin, have problems with intestinal absorption and bioavailability. The thing is that when you put in your mouth 500 milligrams of curcumin and you test your blood 1 hour after this, you're only going to find 1 milligram. You're wasting your time, wasting your money, and wasting your expectations. And the thing is that the Federal Ministry of Education and Research from Germany, they said, okay, I'm going to put in the table 1.5 million euros to the University of Hohenheim in Stuttgart, Germany, and they ask for an optimal transport mechanism of curcumin because the science says it's amazing in the lab, in the tests, but not in the field. Okay, this is totally different. Totally different. And the thing is that it was published in 2014 through the Molecular Nutrition and Food Research Journal. This was published in the PubMed, the National Institute of Health of the United States, and all over the world. And the thing is that we found out, finally, we have something. Finally, we have biomass. And there's where chain appears and make an alliance, as a strategic alliance with the owners of these 3 patents in Germany, and the biomass patented nanotechnology goes to VIDAFY. At the core of our mission is to provide natural supplements based on advanced science with proven results. So this being said, then I recall on my life purpose. My life purpose was, I found out that chronic inflammation, the silent killer, is a real problem outside. Chronic inflammation, especially low-grade inflammation, causes pain, tiredness, premature aging, chronic diseases. Common symptoms like constant fatigue, mild joint pain, digestive bloating, low mood, brain fog, health condition that does not improve. You need to, light your focus and start thinking about, I might be in a low-grade chronic inflammation process. Actually, we all are. One in a mild way, one in a severe way, but we all are, if you are alive, okay? So inflammation, acute and chronic. Inflammation is natural, biological response of aggression, but acute inflammation is beneficial. But when it becomes chronic, low grade, it is associated with multiple diseases: obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, neurodegeneration. So it's been said in Nature Medicine 2018 in the journal and in the Chronicles of Chronic Inflammation in the Etiology of Disease across the lifespan. So low-grade inflammation is silent, persistent, low-intensity inflammation that does not present obvious symptoms. It is characterized by elevation of inflammatory markers. Early detection and control are the keys to the prevention and better management of chronic diseases. So, what causes silent inflammation? Especially, according to Harvard Medical School, bad habits, little unhealthy things you do every day. You're bio-designing your body, for what? For disease. You're pulling the trigger on disease genetics. You're using epigenetics against you. And we're going to get through this later on. Inflammatory habits, such as inflammatory diet, ultra-processed food, sugars, saturated and trans fats, GMOs, sedentary lifestyles, sustained stress, intestinal dysbiosis, which is the imbalance of the microbiota in your intestine, environmental toxins, sleep disorders. All of this are the inflammatory habits that triggers the low-degree inflammation process. And the free radicals started to be concentrated and elevated in your cellular level and started to strike the cell membrane and damage the inside of your cells through oxidation and inflammation. And what's the conclusion? DNA gene expression. What is DNA gene expression? We have pathological background in our family. Maybe it's cancer, maybe it's hypertension, maybe it's diabetes, anything. And what happens is the DNA gene expression just shows what you already are signed out in your DNA. Yeah, is that well understood? So the causes, we all know what the factors that increase the risk of chronic diseases. The causes are chronic infections, physical inactivity, obesity, dysbiosis, as I told you, the diet, the chronic stress and isolation, disturbed sleep, xenobiotics, and we could add GMOs, we could add hormones in the meats, pesticides, herbicides, and a lot of things that drove us to systemic chronic inflammation. And this starts to roll faster and get us to the consequences. Well-known consequences: diabetes, cardiovascular, cancer, depression, autoimmune disease, etc. The consequences, we all know the consequences, but they usually showed up until you're 65, 75, 80. But now I have friends with hypertension, friends with diabetes, and they are only 28. I have family members with a heart attack, and they were only 30 years old. What's going on? This thing is going faster, and we need to do something about it. How? Chronic inflammation is a cycle. How do you know if you have inflammation and oxidative stress? Here are a few signs to look out for. I already told you some of them: chronic fatigue, concentration, memory loss or brain fog, muscle and joint pain, wrinkles and gray hair at young age. I'm not going to have that problem, as you might see. Decreased eyesight, headaches and sensitivity to noise, susceptibility to infections. No, viral after bacterial. That's not good. What's the real problem here? We started to normalize the symptoms. It's which I call false wellness. When I ask the people, how do you feel? They say, I'm great, I'm amazing. And I tell them, do you have brain fog? They say, yes, yeah. Muscle pain or joint pain? Yeah, every day. And do you feel chronic fatigue? Oof, you don't know about. I have sleep disorders also. And they say, why do you say then that you feel good? They said, because this is normal. We normalize this. This is not normal, my friend. This is the beginning of a low-degree inflammation, and you started the path to a chronic inflammation process. And you need to do something, because 50% of global deaths are associated with fairly limited spectrum of conditions. And extensive research conducted over the past few decades has demonstrated that the pathogenesis of each of these disorders is tightly associated with several low-grade inflammation triggers. Low-grade inflammation triggers. And just look at this picture. Life-threatening risk factors that contribute to the development of these diseases and raises the mortality, and such as smoking, such as hypertension, obesity, hypercholesterolemia, alcohol, air pollution. Some of them in your control, some of them not in your control, but they all are life risk factors that cause cell death, that produces damage-associated molecular patterns, and drove you to a systemic chronic inflammation like cardiovascular, diabetes, liver, and neurodegeneration. Understand this. If you do not make time for your wellness, to understood, to learn, you will be forced to make time for your illness. It's a decision. You just need to choose. And not making a decision is also a decision. You're gonna end up looking for time for your illness. So we have three options. We stay as we are, waiting for our destiny. 9 out of 10 people are doing that. we eliminate the causes of inflammation, oxidative stress. This is impossible. If you are alive, you're going to be having a certain amount of inflammation and oxidative stress. But there's something we could do. We could slow down or neutralize the effects of inflammation and oxidative stress in cells at a DNA level through by nurturing ourselves with the proper nutrition, the proper habits, and the proper supplements. So this is possible. This is possible. How do I know this is possible? Epigenetics. Epigenetics is the branch of biology that studies how certain environmental and lifestyle factors can turn on and off genes without changing DNA itself. You are not allowed to change the DNA, but we could act to turn off the genes who express diseases. Let me show you a practical example. Imagine you have a gene that predisposes you to type 2 diabetes. If you live a healthy life, exercise, eat well, manage stress, the gene can become off, inactive. But if you overeat, overweight, and are chronically stressed, that gene can be activated on, and then it is expressed. You develop the disease. The gene was there, but the environment or habits decided whether or not to activate it. The trigger is in your hands. The trigger is in your hands, in your knowledge, in your belief, and in your will to have a quality life in the future. Okay? Factors influencing epigenetics, I told you: diet, physical exercise, chronic stress and emotions, exposure to toxins or contaminants, sleep quality, and last but not least, suitable supplements. This is life or death decision. Suitable supplements, real ones. There's a lot of things out there. It's $1 billion industry, the supplement industry. You need to be very, very careful what you decided to use as a suitable supplement. Curcumin, the good news: some natural molecules such as our curcumin can help correct inappropriate gene expressions. How do I know? Because we know how curcumin works. I am the messenger, but the science is backing me up. Curcumin has the ability to influence the 3 epigenetic mechanisms: DNA methylation. You didn't need to understand all of this, but you need to know that DNA methylation, histones modification, and microRNA regulations are the main 3 epigenetic mechanisms that stops the gene expression at a cellular level. Being this said, National Institute of Health in the United States, the PubMed, I found this study that said molecular mechanism of curcumin action at a gene expression. It's not my opinion. It's the science world that is screaming it up. Cancer, arthritis, allergies, atherosclerosis, aging, neurodegenerative diseases, hepatic disorders, obesity, diabetes, psoriasis, autoimmune diseases. This is something else. When I found this as a medical doctor, I just didn't believe this. When I end the conversation with Shane, I just dive inside the information and started to absorb all of this. And I said, where was this? Where was this? Why didn't the medical doctors understand and are allowed, to participate in all of this? Because curcumin has a lot of support, a lot of science behind. We all know that. But also, I know there's a lot of European people here. European Cardiology Review, they says efficacy of curcumin, amazing. And it could be used even to treat lifestyle-related conditions associated with chronic inflammation. It's been said in this article, anti-inflammatory action of curcumin, and it's used in the treatment of lifestyle-related diseases. This has been published, but what did they say at the end? Extremely low bioavailability in humans. We know it's amazing, but how do we get there? How do we put it in your cell? So the problem is, it doesn't matter how much curcumin is consumed. what is important is how much is absorbed. Just like I once said before, how much it reaches the bloodstream, organs, and tissues. That's the real problem. And the investigations, look, since 2021, there's 261 completed or ongoing clinical trials on this through the US National Institute of Health. This is targeted. This is in the eyes and in the mind of the science out there, believe it or not. What they do, they got the nanoparticles and the missiles together. Forget about piperine, microemulsion, solid dispersion molecules. Now, there's a lot of intents, a lot of, they tried it through such more ways to get there. But only the missiles of nanoparticles and our research, our patented bioMS nanotechnology process are the most effective. It's amazing. And we didn't only have nanocurcumin inside, we also have nanovitamin D3, which is 80% of inefficient amount of vitamin D3 in the blood worldwide in the human beings. So we are basically supporting both sides. So these are our products. I already talked about them: curcumin plus vitamin D3, and the other one, and curcumin plus with curcumin, vitamin D3, and ginger plus vitamin C. So applications of nanocurcumin supported by science: gastrointestinal, neurodegenerative, cardiovascular, allergies, rheumatoid arthritis, cancers. There's a lot of support in science. They even says in NIH, the effects of curcumin in the nano formula may be better for cardiac patients due to its high bioavailability. And it's been published. And the secret? A better absorption. From 1 up to 277 times. That's our secret. You need to spread the secret. Don't keep it to yourself, because the micellar nanocurcumin, and I'm almost done, right? I'm sorry it took so much time. It brings us high absorption, positively modulates inflammation, positively supports immunity, antioxidant. 10 drops represents 8 kilos of fresh turmeric, 1.6 kilos of powder of turmeric. So the vitamin D3 inside also represents the 60, in only 10 drops, the 60% of RDA, recommended daily allowance. Vitamin D3, just 2 things about this: immune response, cardiovascular, anti-inflammatory, helps also overweight, type 2 diabetes, autoimmune diseases. Vitamin D3 it's a key word you need to understand, okay? And Nanofy has all these functions. I think I want to go through this, and Curcumin Plus has all these functions. Curcumin, vitamin D3 with ginger, vitamin C, the advanced synergy I said, but has all this function. So just to end this conversation, if you don't invest in your health today, tomorrow you'll have to spend on your illness. It's a decision, and it's in your hands. Remember, physical and mental oxidative stress, inflammation is the real silent global pandemic right now. The health and well-being of our humanity are in danger. Let's be part of the solution. 10 drops at a time. Bio-design a new future for humanity and for yourself and your beloved ones. Love yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. 10 drops at a time. Thank you. This is just beginning. People, the best is yet to come. Thank you. Tyler, sorry about the delay.
No, Dr. Fernandez, thank you so much. That was outstanding. Love when you get a chance to share with us We appreciate your passion, and we are very fortunate to be able to have you on our wellness team, as well as the leader in South America and Central America, and doing so many great things to be able to share VIDAFY as well. So I think it's your mission in life to get me healthy. It seems that you keep talking to me directly with all of this that you're talking about. So I will pay attention and I will listen. We certainly appreciate that. All right, everyone. Ryan Stokes, he is our diamond. He's actually the person that introduced, from an English speaking standpoint, to VIDAFY to the USA. And from the USA, it's gone to Europe, and from the USA, it's gone to Australia, and just to New Zealand, and into Canada, and the UK, and some other parts of the world. And he and his wife Kylie, they were the ones that got that started from an English speaking standpoint here in the US. And we certainly appreciate Ryan Stokes to take the time to be able to share a few thoughts with us. He's a dynamic speaker. He's an incredible motivator, a good friend, and just an outstanding leader that we have with who we are with VIDAFY and our family. So Ryan, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hey, what is going on? Everyone, good to see you. I did not catch the very start of this, but there has been a ton of great info from Iwan all the way through. And so, listening to what was going on, I decided to make a change. Everything that I had prepared, all this, it's out the window. We're gonna make a change here, and we're gonna do an impromptu speech and see how this goes. So a little bit about who I am. I guess global founder, the title that we hold, really does fit. I never thought about that so much, but it is spread, and it all spread with a story, and that's what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about how stories sell, but I think we need to talk a little bit more about energy. A long time ago, I got told I used to be a teacher and coach, so I come out of college, multiple certifications. I decided I wanted to coach football, basketball, baseball, golf, whatever it was. I wanted to be a coach. I wanted to be a teacher. And I got in that, and a mentor that I had got with me, and he said, "Hey, listen, you better coach with passion or you're going to be fired with passion. One of two things is going to happen, guaranteed. You don't have any passion, they're going to fire you quick and they're going to be excited about it. You have passion and you coach, you're going to stay there a long time and you're going to do some amazing things." So I kind of latched onto that and I said, you know what? I've got to be the juice guy. I got to fire people up. I've got to bring energy. Not only do I got to fire myself up every day, but I have to fire up my team, right? And so just kind of latched onto that. And I was like, I like being this guy. This changes things for me, right? And so that kind of just fueled my coaching. I still coach. I just come from the football field. I coach my son who plays football, right? American football, not soccer. We were tackling. So I was laughing. So we just got back from the football field, and I was thinking, man, I love coaching kids. I love helping people. I love being a part of helping people find the best version of themselves, right? And excel at what they do. And this is no different. Guys, there's no one coming to save you. There's no one coming to save your business. There is no one going to give you permission and just go, hey, it's your turn. Take it, right? That's not going to happen. It's all on us. And I say us more than me because it is on you, but it is on us because we get to lock arms. We have a team here. I love our community here at VIDAFY. It's probably the most powerful thing we have. Yes, this is powerful. Don't get me wrong. This is why we're here. Like most of you heard our story. Kylie had struggled with COVID and all those things and all the things that come with that. This changed a lot of things for her. And then on top of that, what changed her, she had tons of nerve damage from shingles. I'm kind of sidetracking here, but like we saw such drastic change that we knew this was powerful. But as we started to build this over the last 4.5, 5 years, I learned that VIDAFY, because of the product and because of how well they pay people, it's attracted a lot of talented people. And our community just has a way of meeting needs that the community has. It never fails. We'll come into something, I'm like, man, I just could really use this, this, and this. And then within a month, God has just really shown up and put some people in my life that's like, they want to be a part of VIDAFY, and man, their skills are this and they're that, right? And so I put those people to work and I'm just like, this community is awesome. We are a true team. We are doing some amazing things. And I guess the reason why I'm here and talking about that so much, and I just want to make a focus is, guys, we're at a relaunching point. I am relaunching my business. I had a huge network marketer that one of my network marketing mentors, I have mentors in different levels of my life. He said, Ryan, I relaunch my business every 3 months. And I said, you make over $100,000 a month. What do you mean you relaunch your business every 3 months? Your business never went out. He's like, no, I have to constantly recruit. I have to constantly keep bringing in new people. He's like, so every 3 months, I relaunch my business. I remember make my list. I go through my warm and cold markets and I relaunch and I try to find 20 people over the course of that 3 months to launch into my business, right? So we are at a relaunching point. Me, Iwan, VIDAFY, we're at a point where everything is starting to fall into place and things are changing. Like I'm telling you, I got sick, I disappeared for a while. We all had different things, and I come back, and in the last 3 months, I've just watched what Shane and Tyler and what the community is doing, and we're getting things right. So, guys, we're at a relaunching point, and I'm going to challenge you to take what Rebecca said, take what Iwan said, take what Caesar said, and build your muscle. You know, you've got the science, right? We know how to build the business. You've got the mindset, but take those things and build it. But let's find some fire. And if you don't have energy, I'm going to challenge you to borrow it from someone until you do. Because that is a definite possibility. You can do that just like a story. So when we get in, I believe stories sell. That's what does it. That's how I got this business going. Was Kylie had a story and I just told as many people about it as I could. Listen, you can borrow other people's stories until you have a story of your own. If you're just getting started on this, tell someone else's story. Find something in our group, Disruptive Wellness. We call it Disruptive Wellness because we're disrupting the wellness industry. That's why it's the name of the group, right? Find someone's story in that group and share it. Tell it. Hey, I was reading in one of our groups, and call it your group. Don't call it Ryan's group. Don't call it Vita. Call it your group. I was reading in my group. I saw someone that had whatever and tell the story, right? If you've got someone that's needing help with the product, tell a story product. If you got someone that wants to hear a story about maybe they're looking to make extra money, whatever, share that story, right? But before you go share those stories, I'm going to challenge you to find some energy and borrow it if you can, because people are going to buy your energy before they buy your product every day of the week. I want to do business with people that are excited about life. I want to do business with people that are excited about where they're going. They have a vision, right? Visions come in all shapes and sizes. My vision in the next 5 years, probably 8. Next 8 years, we're going to make an 8-year goal. I want to help 100,000 people find financial freedom. That's what I want. I want to help 100,000 people find whatever it looks like, whatever financial freedom looks like for them, whether that's just money to go on a vacation, or that's money to send their kids to college, or hey, that's a way for them to move to part-time so they're not going to a job that they hate, right? Maybe it's, I want financial freedom. I want to quit my job and I want to do something that I'm excited about different, right? So I would find a vision, create your own, latch on to mine. I don't care, whatever, but let's run. Let's go somewhere and let's find some energy and do something. I'm looking for people inside of VIDAFY. There's so many new people that want to run. Who wants to latch arms with me and let's go? Let's do the Zooms. Let's get out and do the meetings. Let's talk. Let's get on calls. I remember a guy named Dave. I tell Tyler about Dave all the time. No one here knows about Dave. Dave came into the business 1.5 months after we started and launched VIDAFY. Dave passed away about 6 months into VIDAFY, okay? But in that 6 months, when Dave gave me a call, I had no clue who he was. He got my phone number from I don't know who. He called me and said, Ryan, this is Dave. Hey, Dave, how are you? He's like, I'm in your downline. I was like, okay, where you at? Who'd you enroll with? And we were talking. I was like, oh, Dave, you've enrolled 3 or 4 people. You've only been here a day. What's going on? He's like, Ryan, I'm looking for someone to work with. I was like, well, I'd love to work with you. He's like, how do you work? He's like, do you ever do 3-way calls? I said, Dave, I'll do as many 3-way calls as you want to do. You just tell me when and let's go. The next week, Dave was putting me on 3-way calls. I think I told Tyler one day I did almost 100 3-way calls with Dave. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. He'd call me and say, hey, Ryan, this is Jeff. Jeff is interested in our product. Can you tell him the story about Kylie? He'd back off and I'd tell him that story. I'd hang up and he'd be texting me, hey, I've already talked to, he had a team that he was working with. And he's like, I've already talked to Michelle. Michelle, I'm going to get her on a call. Are you ready to go again? I was like, yep. He just put me on three-way call after three-way call after three-way call. And he listened to me build the business. He listened to me talk about the what the product does. We talked about what the comp plan looks like or whatever. He had no clue, but he was really good at grabbing people and bringing them to the party, right? And he used my energy. He's like, dude, you're always just fired up. Like, you drink energy drinks all the time. Actually, no, I don't. My wife probably wishes I would take something to calm down. But I just go, Dave. And he's like, dude, I love it. And he just kept putting me on the phone. And that's what we did. Guys, if you want to build a massive business and you want to help a whole lot of people, you're going to have to find some energy. You got to get fired up with what we're doing, right? We have a great product. It changed my wife's life. It changed mine. We have an amazing comp plan. In 1 month, I made more in 1 month with VIDAFY than I made in a full year as a teacher. I mean, massive amount of income in 1 month. I did 12 months with Purdy, and I made that in 1 month. Guys, we have an opportunity here to do some massive things. And the greatest thing is a lot of you have a downline already that just needs a phone call or a message and say, hey, things are falling into place and I'm ready to run again. Let's go after this. Let's chase a dream. What do you want to do? Find a why, find something, all right? Maybe helping 100,000 people is not exciting to you, right? Maybe you want a new house. Maybe you just want a new car. Whatever it is that's your why, we'll find a temporary why. And then when you get to that point, we'll find a new why. All right? I love to travel. VIDAFY travels a lot. This is my first trip. My buddy Steve, that's me, right? That was our first trip we earned in network marketing. That's when I realized, when I went on that trip to Maui, how powerful network marketing is. And you don't even have to be good at knowing a comp plan or knowing the science or any of that. You just got to be good at connecting one person to a story that impacts them, right? We communicate to connect. We don't communicate to sell. All right, let's connect with a whole lot of people. And I think I heard Rebecca talk about that. But guys, get excited about what we're doing. There's a lot of you that are standing waiting for someone to give you permission to go be successful. Guess what? They're not coming. They're not. You have to decide that I'm going to go take it. And it was when I decided that I was going to go take it and I was going to give my family, because listen, teachers in the United States do not make much money. We just didn't. I remember one year I made $1,500 a month. That was my income as a teacher. And I worked 100 hours a week, coaching football, doing all the things. And I did the maintenance, the field maintenance that year, $1,500 a month. No one was coming to save me. No one called me and said, hey, Ryan, I can see you're struggling. I can see you don't have this or don't have that. There wasn't anyone. I had to make a decision. And then when I made a decision and I got excited, the next thing I know, people kind of got around me and said, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but I want to go. Right? And so that's where I want you. No one's coming to give you permission. You got to make the decision today. We're going to change someone's life. Let's start by changing yours. Get the right mindset. Let's change your life. And then let's change as many people in I call it your oikos. You have about 200 people that you influence in your life. About 200. It's called an oikos, all right? That 200, let's go change those people that watch you and see you and know you and like you and love you. Let's change their life. And then let's watch that oikos grow, all right? And let's get into new circles and go. Now, we can talk about all kinds of other things. I can show you how to do stuff on social media and that's for another day. But right now, you need to build your fire, stoke it, and get it hot. Go into disruptive wellness, read as many stories as you can. Call someone up, watch a video, go find a training. There's some David Goggins. Dude, that guy will make me want to stack BBs, right? Go find him, read some of his stuff or watch some of his videos. Unreal, right? But let's get excited and let's change someone's life, starting with yours. All right, Tyler. Completely not what I was going to talk about, but let's go.
I absolutely love that. That was fantastic, Ryan. Just what we needed. We needed to hear that. That's just so much fire pack. Shane, I know you're going to be on here in just a second. I'm going to resign and I'm going to sign up with Ryan. I'm going to go. So I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But that was fantastic. That just put some fire in me a lot. So wow, that was incredible. All right, you guys, we're right at the end here. I told you that Shane was our founder and our CEO is gonna do a little cameo, and just a couple of minutes. He's got a couple things that he wants to share, and then we're done. But Shane, I want to go ahead and bring you on if you would please, and we'll go ahead and hear from you. We appreciate you taking some time. We know you've had a really busy morning this morning, but thank you for sharing a few things.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I'm just blown away by Ryan's presentation. Love it. Love the excitement. Love the energy. And he hit the nail on the head. I mean, that's what it's all about. I love what he talked about, relaunching your business every 3 months. Man, that is so true. That is so true. And just reinventing yourself, finding new team members, resetting things and going again. Right. I mean, it's literally impossible to do these things unless you reset. I've got a brother that runs marathons, and I mean, he runs marathons, and we're talking like 5, 6, 7 a year, right? And so every couple of months, he's out running a marathon. This weekend, he's running in Chicago. This guy, I mean, he runs those ultra marathons of 50, 100 milers and things like that. Well, he told me his secret too. He said, Shane, it is impossible to always stay on top of your game. You have days when you don't want to run, or you have days when, or maybe weeks when you're like, man, I'm going to take a week off. I'm going to take a few weeks off, etc. He said, it is constantly resetting. You constantly have to reset and go and run at the next one. And you set up your next marathon and you train for that one. And then you set your next marathon and you train for that one. And then you set your next one and you train. And so it's just constantly going for that. We're going to be sharing actually here in just a second our next Grow with VIDAFY call. And that it's a quarterly call. Here I am. I'm thinking in English and Spanish. In Spanish, you say trimestral. It's a quarterly call. So we're going to be announcing that in a second. It's totally in line with what Ryan's talking about. Every 3 months, you can reset your business and get cranking again, and that's what it's all about. Guys, I just want to share a quick thought here. We've been on here for a while, and I really appreciate everyone taking a few. It's not a few minutes, about an hour and a half here, a little over an hour and a half on your Saturday. Really appreciate you doing that. Starting to get late over in Europe as well. I just want to share a quick story. This week, I met up with a good friend of mine, and he and I been in the industry for many, many years. I actually cut my teeth in the industry together with him. Worked at a nutritional supplement company right out of college, and together with him, we built a business on the corporate side. And he taught me a lot about this business. This week, I got together with him, and he said, Shane, and man, I've been thinking a lot about you. That's what he said. He said, I remember about 9 years ago when you and I sat in a restaurant in Mexico City, and you asked me to be a part of VIDAFY. And at the time, he had another job. He had another thing that he was doing, and he decided not to do it. He said, Shane, you don't know how many times I look back and think, what a stupid decision that was. Why did I not decide to be? Because at the time, I was looking for partners at that time. I was not looking for employees. I was looking for partners, people that would be founders together with me in the business. He missed out on that. He decided not to do it. And he told me, he said, Shane, you don't know how many times I've looked back and thought, what an opportunity that I missed. Well, the interesting thing is that later on that same conversation, he revealed to me that the company where he was folded. It folded. No warning, nothing. The founder came to him and just told him one day that we're closing shop. Nothing. He was left with nothing. And, obviously, when we lose out like that, obviously, all of a sudden we're thinking, man, why didn't I do this and that? Guys, we don't realize what we have in our hands. I love what Ryan talked about, resetting. We've got to do that every 3 months. Reset, restart, relaunch. We have an incredible opportunity in our hands. And the best thing about our opportunity is you. It's the people that make up VIDAFY. We love you. We appreciate you. We appreciate all you do to share our products. We appreciate all you do to put your credibility and your name on the line as you share our business opportunity. What you are doing today is changing lives. It's making a difference in people's lives around the world. And we appreciate that and love that. Let's remember what we have in our hands. It's a great opportunity to bless people's lives around the world. Let's apply what Ryan's talking about. Let's get that spirit, that energy back and share the product around the world. Thanks so much, guys. I'm not going to take up any more time. I know it's been a long meeting, but I think it's been incredible. Love what Iwan shared early on. Becca, I had an opportunity to see Becca's training. That is gold. She hit it. And man, Cesar, he always brings it. I loved hearing Cesar share about the products and the vision that he has as well. He said something. He said, guys, we are just getting started. And I'm so excited to go on this journey together with each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Tyler, I'll turn it back over to you. And I appreciate you giving me a few minutes for a quick cameo.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone. As Shane talked about just a second ago, we've got our Growing with VIDAFY 2026 Q1. That's going to be on Saturday, the 11th of January, coming up here in the next 3 months. Iwan, thank you. Dr. Fernandez, Becca, Ryan, Shane, thank you all so much for making this a powerful and incredibly impactful message that we've had here in the last hour and a half. Thank you for being a part of it, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you down the road.